You know what? I'm just going to drag her in as a panelist then, so
Yeah.
so she can be with us since we're not having an actual meeting.
Nice.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Sorry, we're not going to have a quorum tonight. It's one of those weeks. Summer is upon us. But we figured since you're here and we've got, Sherzad back and we've got a couple of commissioners, we'll just give a couple of unofficial updates. So a couple of important things, just a heads up from the council meetings. Public Works got approval to apply for several grants for the East Side Parallel Trail, the connections all the way up to Frenchman's Creek and all the way down to Moon Ridge. So that we're keeping our fingers crossed on that. Also a grant that I think we're already guaranteed to receive some money to help low-income folks purchase e-bikes, which we'll see if they get to use them on the coastal trail, but at least on those parallel trails and on our streets to get more cars off the road. The budget was approved last night. It has funding for the Poplar Gateways project, which is the bluff top work and the relocation of the trail, the coastal trail, Carter Park funding, Mac Dutra restrooms are going to get remodeled this year. They're really gross. So we're going to remodel in a way that hopefully keeps them much more desirable for the public ongoing.
Hey, that's awesome. Wait, can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
What do we have communication-wise about the trail? And just because I feel like I've been around and long enough to know that, like, as soon as we start work on that, everybody's going to be like, why didn't we know about this? Like, blah, 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 and this and that. And
you're saying the work to relocate the trail?
Yeah. Are you talking that's still years off?
That's years away. This is
good.
Still the planning piece of it.
Okay.
And then I think this money is to do all of the environmental and coastal commission approvals so that then we can start going after grant funds to do the work.
Perfect.
So the nice thing is, since we're relocating it, we can build the new trail, and then when it's done, then close the old one and move people. So that'll be great. And then there's funding for phase 2 of Frenchman's Creek, so we can wrap up that project.
Lovely.
And that'll be exciting. The Harbor District came last night and gave an update on their pilot project to dredge the harbor and then move sand onto Surfers Beach. If it goes well, they want to turn it into an ongoing thing where they're just constantly moving sand out of the harbor and onto Surfers Beach, which will kind of get Surfers Beach back to the size that it used to be. When I was growing up, it was bigger. And you go back pre-harbor and it was probably as big as Poplar. So that's really exciting, because if Surfers Beach is bigger and has more capacity, you're going to, in Miramar and all those places, you're going to disperse people across more beaches instead of focusing them in on 1 or 2 beaches. I think the biggest thing I just want to share is we did receive some comments and pushback on the Smithfield plan from the baseball community. We engaged with the club, the Pirates, and with the Little League in all the design, but their larger groups feel like they didn't have a voice. So we actually pushed the council review of those plans and discussion to the July 19th meeting. And we're going to be meeting with Little League and the baseball groups a couple of times to at least get the facts out there and then talk about, just get some more feedback. Ultimately, the council is still going to consider the same plans, and we'll just have a little bit more feedback before then and make sure that people have the right information. So that's pushed to July 19th. So we want to make sure people are aware of that and in attendance.
Got to take care of that community. That's big.
Yeah. I mean, it's a baseball park. We just want to expand it and make it available to more people. And like I said, we're not going to change the design that you all recommended when we go to the council, but we are going to have more feedback from the baseball community when we go to the council. So
I can't remember if you guys
shared, how much is the field in use from just baseball? Like, is it year round or is it seasonal?
It's seasonal year round. So its busiest time period is from January, late January, early February through June. And then there's some tournaments and then what's called fall ball. So the summer itself is a little quieter. There's some sporadic use. And then winter is really, from like November, December is when it gets really quiet. So baseball uses it a lot. But the key is to understand, is there a way, as we talked about, to reallocate some of that use? Part of the concern out there and confusion is people think that our proposal eliminates 2 fields because they're not understanding that reconfiguring the softball field, field 3, into a multi-use field includes baseball. And as soon as you say that, people are like, oh, okay, wait.
I see.
So part of it's just getting the word out there in a more simple fashion so people really understand what we're proposing here.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the other keys, we met with the donor rep, who's still very interested. And they asked, well, is there flexibility once we get the permitting, or once we get this permitted, are we locked in? And the answer is no. We can get approval from the Coastal Commission and still react and respond to the needs of the community. So for instance, if we get it approved and then it turns out that, Poplar Bluffs or somewhere is available for a big dog park, well, then we can pull that out of Smith Field and think about how to reconfigure things. So the key is you got to have the main element.
Matthew froze.
Oh, I thought that was my phone.
Oh. You always hope when you freeze, you don't end up in a weird,
I know.
Poor Matthew.
A horrific expression.
Okay, he might have to disconnect and reconnect. You still there, Matthew? Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, he had to take off.
Yep, I think you just did that.
Sorry, I panicked that when my connection dropped, the whole thing ended. What was the last thing I said?
We're still here. You said you were basically saying that you can get a permit for the whole thing, and
then we can respond to community need. So yeah, that's the gist of it. So we're going to listen, make sure we have plenty of feedback from the baseball community, give them a voice, and then take the plan to the council as approved and recommended by the commission. And, we'll see how that goes.
okay.
And then I would say the last thing I want to share is just a very quick update on the mural project downtown. We have selected, with the Community Advisory Committee, we've selected 4 artists that are going to create mock-ups, their design of what the mural would look like on Cunha's. We will own that artwork, which means that we'll select one to paint on the wall, and the other 3 we can make posters or t-shirts. We have this beautiful artwork that we can do something with. One of the ideas that Victor from my team came up with is the other 3 we could get printed up really big and put them on that white wall down, at Main and Kelly for a while, so that it's just more artwork. So we're really excited about that. We'll be coming
Definitely.
to you. Yeah, isn't that a great idea? I love it. So those designs are due July 10th. Oh, so we don't want to move the July meeting because we need the July meeting for the mural. We're not moving the July meeting. So those mural designs are due July 10th, and then we'll meet with the Community Advisory Committee. They'll make their recommendation of one, And then we'll bring all 4 of them to you all with that recommendation. We'll have a big discussion, and then you all will develop your recommendation for the council. And then we have to go to planning commission, and then we go to council August 16th. And then it gets painted. So the project's moving really well. We're really excited. I can't wait to see, the 4 artists are very different. So we're going to get 4 very different designs based on the same kind of design elements. Super excited. So that's the things I wanted to make sure you guys heard from me tonight. I think Eddie's got some updates about music.
Yeah, just a quick one, everyone. I can share my screen, Matthew. Is that okay?
Yeah, let me make sure. Is it allowing you to? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Great. So I just wanted to show everyone some of our plans for this September Summer's End Music Festival. As I'm sure you all know, we don't have access to Carter Park for good reason this year. So we're going to... Yep.
Sorry, can you zoom it out? I'm only seeing like the top part of your image there.
I think I see the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just me.
I only see the top part.
I see like the summer. Oh, now I see a map.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Oh yeah, maybe I was only seeing the top.
Eddie, is it just the Summer's End logo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It looked like there was like more to it. We were just getting the top. Sorry.
It just took up the whole screen. Sorry. Okay. I was trying to be fancy. We should have just went straight to the map. And again, guys, I'm going to show this to Paula and Louise too, because I want their input on this. But so our plan this year is we're going to stage the event downtown, kind of similar to what you might have seen for the Wine and Jazz Festival, but with a little bit smaller of a footprint. So here's our idea for this year's festival is that we would block off the portion of Main Street between Kelly and Miramontes and the portion of Kelly Street between Main and Prisima. And this would be kind of our areas for the festival. And Matthew and I talked about it. We just kind of thought it would make sense to have our main stage right here at the southern part of Main Street in Miramontes. So when folks are kind of coming into Half Moon Bay down Main Street, they kind of see this big stage in the distance and they see the event. That's our idea for this year. Seating is going to be a little bit different than it was at Carter Park there. It's a really broad seating area here. It's super narrow. So we're planning on bringing in a lot of seating. We'll also have more room for our nonprofits. So Sherazad and the Friends will have a big spot here in the center for their fundraising. And since we have more room this year, we're actually going to be able to invite more nonprofits than past years to come and participate in the event. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And we'll still have room to do our free things that we offer, the face painting, henna tattoos, the caricatures, things like that. We'll also have the Boys and Girls Club there again this year. They'll be running their inflatable obstacle course. And we'll also have Half Moon Bay Library and their staff at the event this year. And they'll be bringing their imagination station and arts and crafts and a book giveaway. But now that we have this kind of big area, and if you've been to Summer's End in the past, there's a really strong emphasis on like the kids and family. Like we always have a nice, robust, youth-based area. So this year we're going to use... Oh, I'm echoing. This year we're going to use the Mac Dutra Plaza, and we're going to have musicians and performers just for the kids and the families. So we're going to have kind of 2 music festivals going on this year. And so we'll be bringing in seating for that. So the family and the kids kind of have their own thing going on. We'll also be bringing in a big climbing tower this year to kind of really soup up the kids area. And, we'll have bathrooms. The bathrooms already available at Mac Dutra Plaza. And I think we'll probably stage our porta potties somewhere in the City Hall parking lot, and where we'll also have our emergency vehicle or ambulance there on standby. There is one more area right here that we were talking about potentially doing, allowing like a food vendor to come in and stage right in this area here. But yeah, I was definitely looking for some input from the commissioners on that. Do we want to give that space to a nonprofit to fundraise, or since we're already based downtown around all these restaurants and stuff, do we just kind of let them have the business for the food? So that's kind of an area we could use some input at some point. But that was all.
Yeah, we'll do that in July. We got to do that as part of an official meeting.
Yeah. So I just wanted to give you all an idea of what it was we had planned, and Sherzad, you're on here, so good you were here.
Thank you.
We think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. And Sherzad, we even just got you guys, one of those stadium, the things with the drinks in them that they carry on their. Because we were thinking, we're like, okay, so all these families,
Kraken Jacks.
Oh yeah, cold beer, cold wine. All the families and kids will be in that area, and the parents aren't going to want to take their kids to the beer and alcohol line. You guys can go over there. And anyways, it's shaping up, and so we'll talk more about it in July. I just want to let you know where we're heading with this.
It'll be great, and I'll be here this year. So yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's all I had for updates, everyone.
That's awesome. Great job, Eddie.
Thanks.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm bringing up my idea next meeting. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Don't let me forget. It's a month from now.
Can you give me a little? Can we get a little sneak preview? Because then we can actually agenda.
Yeah. So summer's end concert. It goes right with it. We were talking about the possibility of inviting the 2 candidates for county supervisor to see if they want to come and do like maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you guys think is right, to kind of just talk about their platform real quick, answer any questions before everything starts or after everything, or just while we got all those people out there.
Okay. What I'll do is we'll check with the city clerk beforehand, make sure that that's legal. There's a term called electioneering where candidates aren't supposed to use public property to campaign, but it sounds like what you're offering is an equal opportunity for all of them, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So that might fit in with like the candidates forums that happen at like the library and stuff. So we'll confirm with the clerk's office before next meeting if that's kosher. And then yeah, we can talk more detail about it at next meeting.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Nice.
And then maybe we could even have our election staff there, like talking about how to get registered and all that kind of stuff.
That'd be a brilliant tie-in as well. It's all right at the perfect timing.
Yep, exactly.
And we usually bring a staff tent too, Matthew, and I'm sure we'll have one this year to show those drawings of Carter Park and,
Yeah, absolutely. Do the fundraising. We're definitely going to have to use this event as a big fundraising opportunity. So, okay. Well, apologize to everybody for not being able to do an official meeting tonight. We will reconvene in July. Hopefully we'll have a new commissioner to join us at that meeting. And Hillary
Matthew, before we go, can I give a quick update?
Sure, yeah.
Sorry, I missed a few meetings, but when I came back, we realized that we, as the Friends of, were still kind of had not moved forward as much as we'd like to as far as the pool goes. And we really needed to get our board together. And so we ended up this week taking a board vote. And the board has voted to put our efforts into redoing a high school pool with a 2 design pool, which we believe will be built within a year and less than $10 million. I was going to say $10,000, with less than $10 million.
10,000, I'm in.
I know. Yes.
I got a loan to pay for it myself.
Exactly.
And we're really lucky with the addition of our new board members like Hillary. And we also have Liesl, who is a long-time swimmer, very advocate. And of course, with her group of Olympian swimmers.
Yeah.
And so I have appointed her as the chair of the pool committee going forward. So she will be taking that role on, and we will focus our efforts into working with the high school and trying to get that pool redone and hopefully put in a community pool with the two pool design. At this point, you know, we know the location, we know the footprint. I know the high school is working with some housing that they need to do. The sooner we can identify the footprint we need, then they know what they're working with on their end for their housing. And it'll be a lot easier for us to move forward with our fundraising and getting people on board, knowing the dollar amount and the timeline. I've been told that we can get this done in a year. I think there was just, you know, the board was done and really needed direction at this time. So we took that vote.
Congrats. It's good
Thank
to
you.
have
Awesome.
Clear plans to move forward.
Yes, some clear plans and a little bit
This is-
of,
Sorry, similar to the design that I think we saw at your last board meeting based on, I think it was Sonoma High School.
that's right,
That's
that's
it.
right.
Look at
Based
that.
on
That's
Sonoma, so the high school kids will be able to have their competition style. There'll be a separate off gated for the community that's not as deep. And hopefully it won't take as much space because we have the existing, equipment there and existing showers and locker rooms and so on that should bring down the price tag. But we really decided that the high school really needed to be replaced no matter what. So we're going to just focus and try to get it done within, if we can, in the next couple of years.
Cool.
So we're moving full forward that. I haven't really explained it all to my board yet. The vote was just finalized yesterday. My board, I owe my board a letter of explanation and what we're doing and moving forward. And I'll definitely at our next board meeting, bring everyone together and get everyone on board and just try to do the best we can for our community moving forward.
Cool.
Thank you, Sherazad.
I like it. All right. I got two things on that. One, I am the gondola project, which is but there's a pool where the gondola would be set up. And I'm curious what the reciprocity could be on that. So I'm just throwing that out there as something that could be in the future thought about if that were ever to be done. And the pool at the high school, doesn't happen, or we need an extra pool. It seems like it could be some reciprocity there. Just throwing that out there for thought process.
Okay.
Two, random, but I'm going to do it right now. So here we go. I'm sharing my screen. I'm turning it around. Let's see if I can do this.
Please don't show me the ocean.
No.
They use it as a pool.
No. I've got here, Matthew. So I'm on the path. I know we're not supposed to talk about all this stuff. I'm doing it anyways. This is the path right now to Poplar. And unfortunately, I love this path. And I think we did a great job on it. But it's cracking already all over the place.
That's the new trail from Railroad to Poplar.
Yeah. And it's kind of like you can see and there's big parts of it that are chunking off already.
Wow. No, those are massive cracks.
Massive.
Oh, somebody's going to be paying for that in the next city.
So we need somebody to come take a look.
Yeah.
And just kind of do whatever before it gets, we're pretty close to still the time period where it was just done. And I love it. So please don't get me wrong on this because it's fantastic. I just don't want us to get behind on it.
Yeah, no, we need to take care of this while it's still under the warranty. So that
Exactly.
we don't have to fix it. Wow, that's crazy.
It's too bad, but
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Here's one. Here, I'll show you this one. Wait, before we go. Here we go. Wait, look at this one.
Wow.
And you can see that crack's just going to eat that up in the second
Yep.
too. But
Yep,
that's
that's
already
gonna be gone.
dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna call Public Works right now.
All right. Thanks, Seth. Thank you. Thank you guys for all your time.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in
Right.
July.
Thank
Well, I
you.
guess we'll see you at your board meeting, Sherzad, and then we'll
Yes.
see everybody else in July.
Okay, thank
All right.
you.
Good night,
Thanks.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.